It's now time for the changing weather. A major storm in the middle part of the country? Look at this. Let's analyze and give you that forecast. I'm meteorologist Gary Lezak with Weather 2020. A lot to go over today. I'm going to share with you the LRC. If you're new to the LRC and this discovery of meteorology, it is incredible, and I'm going to share some of it with you today and get to the forecast, okay, because it is amazing. This storm system is right on target. Yes, as this mug says, the LRC predicted this. Let's take a look. Let's look at the snow part of this storm. You can see on the back side on the Canadian model, it shows all snow, rain changing to snow, even in Kansas City. On the GFS model, it shows a rain and snow mix, but still a change over to snow on the back side. How much snow was that? Let's look at the total snowfall. And you can see, let's go into another region here. You can see here that only about a ½ inch to an inch of snow is forecasted by the GFS model. On the Canadian model, it's about a little area of 1 to 3 inches and 13 inches back up over here over southern Nebraska and northeast Kansas. So something to watch closely. And in the Denver area, you can see here, look right in here, all right? Right in here. Here's the Denver metro area. And let's go to how much snow falls there. Watch right there. Okay, ready? So watch. So Golden, Colorado, about 3 to 6 inches of snow. It shows nothing in Denver because it also thinks it's too warm. But there could easily be 2, 3, 4 inches of snow here too. So something to watch closely. But when it gets to Kansas City, the Canadian model is 1 to 3. The GFS has a whole bunch of snow around Golden and Boulder, Colorado. But then there's the big hole that everyone keeps showing. All right, March is about to start roaring like a lion. March weather madness begins. After a quiet start to March on the first couple days, things are changing. The truth about weather. Weather 2020 has found the crystal ball in weather prediction. All right, here is the crystal ball. There is only one way to predict where and when significant weather events will happen, and that is the LRC. The weather pattern is cycling, and the accuracy in weather prediction beyond 15 days is thought of impossible when it comes to predicting significant weather events such as tropical storms, severe weather outbreaks, and winter storms. The exact opposite is actually true. Let me show you. And then we're going to get to this pattern. In fact, this is the pattern right now. You see this storm coming into California? This is coming in on the next couple of days, and you can see a lead storm also. It's the same but different, as Gary England would say. And you can see we're looking at the river of air about 18,000 feet above us. Here's a pattern back in October. Here's a pattern now. And the thing is, we predicted it. So what does it mean? Here is that storm system coming into the western part of the country. You can see the storm right here, and there is the lead system coming into Southern California as of a day or so ago. So this is the energy that will become a major storm by Tuesday. In fact, it's so strong it's going to pull moisture in from the Gulf of America across the Texas coast and then wrapping around into the storm system. The trend has been for this to be slower. All right? It has been a slower trend. So here's the moisture. What is this map you're looking at? These are the dew points. 64 dew point, 65 dew point, 68 dew point, almost 70. This is very muggy air. Lots of moisture coming up from what used to be called the Gulf of Mexico, now the Gulf of America. And you can see the moisture is surging north into Kansas City and around. The trend has been for this to be a little farther west, so it puts Kansas City into thunderstorms. You can see here, here's Kansas City, here's Colorado, Wyoming. Get your bearings straight here. And these black lines, they are called isobars. Isobar is a line of equal pressure. So this is the 992 surface line, and it goes all the way around this surface low. And in the middle is a pressure of 987 millibars. That is really deep low pressure. In fact, I can tell you how deep that is. Let me get my little calculator up. 987 millibars times 29.92 divided by 1013.25 equals 29.14 pressure. That's how strong this thing is, this low pressure is. 29.14 inches of pressure. Pretty amazing. And it stays 87 strength as it moves into eastern Iowa 6 a.m. Wednesday. So let's go back. You can see here, thunderstorms heading towards Kansas City. But the dew points aren't high enough. The temperatures probably aren't warm enough for significant severe weather, but there may be some hail or some wind with some of these thunderstorms, but most likely the severe weather threat's farther south, which I'll show you in a second. But look at this storm with the thunderstorms and rain rotating around it. By Wednesday, look at the snow from southern Canada wrapping around to heavy snow in northern Wisconsin, eastern Minnesota, Iowa, possibly the Omaha area, and all the way down to Kansas City. Some snow on Wednesday morning. It'll be moving fast, so we'll see what happens. But a powerful storm. More on that in just a second. All right, take a look at this. All right, I'm about to show you the LRC prediction from 123 days ago, really. But I made the forecast 21 days in advance. So let's take a look at this. All right, if you see here, this is right in here, the risk that we put out 21 days ago, 3 weeks ago. And we said also monitor a little system before that, October 30th, okay? So we're monitoring a little system, which I'll show you in a second. But this was our prediction. The red is a forecast for severe weather, the most likely area. Yellow, maybe severe weather as well. And then look, so there it is. And then here is the severe weather risks on day 3 and 4 from the Storm Prediction Center. Here's the latest one out today. These are the risks for Tuesday and for Monday and Tuesday. For Monday and Tuesday. Okay, these are the risks for Monday and Tuesday compared to our risk from 21 days ago. So the Storm Prediction Center, 2 and 3 day outlook, we tell you 3 weeks to 6 months to 10 months ahead of time. This was the risk for the Storm Prediction Center 7 days before. Here's the risk 6 days before. Here's the risk 5 days before. Here's the risk 4 days before. Here's the risk as of today, 3 days before, and 2 days before back to the west. And here's that little system out ahead of it. All of it predicted by the LRC. So the outlooks from as early as late October, early November, we predicted this system that is coming in. And I have a description here for you on the right. So we're going to get to the raw data in a second. Have you gotten the Global Predictor yet? Download the Global Predictor. Go to Google Play or your App Store. Get your forecast anywhere in the world. Just download it today. Here's what you'd get for the next 6 months. You got a forecast for March, April, May, June, July, August, into September now. Blues mean colder than average. Reds and oranges mean above average. This is the forecast for May in Kansas City. And this is the days we're expecting the significant precipitation. All right, so here's the summary, and then I'm going to show you the raw data. Summary and forecast on this major storm. The lead storm will weaken and potentially produce some severe thunderstorms in southwestern Oklahoma later today. All right? And then right in here, the main storm will become quite powerful Tuesday. There will be thunderstorms near Kansas City, but it may be just a bit too cool for any significant severe weather. The severe weather risk more likely out to the south and east. Severe thunderstorms are more likely in Arkansas and eastern Missouri. Snow is likely on the backside of the storm, and it may make it to Kansas City early Wednesday, not early Tuesday. It could be a March surprise. All right, let's go to the raw data. All right, I want to go to the raw data now. Let's take a look. All right, take a look at this. Here is a surface, though, on the GFS model. It's a 985. It's even stronger. Here's a band of that heavy snow across Iowa trying to sneak in the northwest Missouri and northeastern sections of Kansas. So there you go. But I want to take you through this and show you. Let's go into the overall big picture. Okay, let's look at the upper level flow. You can see what happens. This storm system, as I showed you earlier, comes in as predicted. There's the lead storm. Watch what happens to this lead storm, by the way. This is Sunday morning. By Monday, it's gone. It's like down to the southeast and gets absorbed and over the ridge. This storm then, watch where it tracks. See the upper level low over Colorado? It'll produce snow over the ski areas. Good news for them. Intensify in northwest Kansas. Reorganize over southwest Kansas. And then be an upper level low over northern Oklahoma or southern Kansas. You can see it right here. This will put Kansas City into the southeast flow loft. Look at the circulation around that storm. Then it goes and intensifies and moves off to the east and then gets absorbed. And then there's another system coming into the west coast. This one coming to the west coast could really get Southern California some precipitation. In fact, let's go see what it does on precipitation. You can see here comes a storm into southern and central California. Finally, they get hit by one on March 5th or 6th, but if you've been tracking, this is due also on the LRC to strike them. So we'll see. But let's go back to Kansas City now. Let's go into our little zone here, regions, South Central. Okay, watch this. Here is noon Sunday, 6 p.m. Sunday. The first system dies. South winds, the Gulf of Mexico's open, moisture surging northward. Here's the surface low developing. By Monday evening, heavy snow develops near Denver, Colorado. Rain and snow mixed. That could change to very heavy snow over eastern Colorado. And then here come the thunderstorms into Kansas City during the morning on Tuesday. And you can see the surface low tracks right through, so there could be some severe thunderstorms. Here's rain and snow mixed. Changed to very heavy snow. This is very heavy snow, 2 inches per hour. And then it changes to rain and snow mix in Kansas City with not much accumulation. So very interesting. That's what's going on with this weather pattern. All right, so there's a rather in-depth forecast. As you know, we have a strong storm coming in. March is about to become weather madness. March weather madness. It's going to start roaring like a lion. I'm meteorologist Gary Lezak. Let me know if you have questions about the LRC. The pattern is cycling right on schedule, and it's pretty amazing. I'm going to be writing an article for LinkedIn soon. Thank you for watching The Changing Weather.